Araminta Ditch was always laughing. She would laugh at this, laugh at that. Always laughing she was. Many bloody people would look at her, say,
"Why does that Araminta Ditch keep laughing?"
They could never understand why she was ever laughing about the place.
I hope she's not laughing at me.
Some people would say.
I certainly hope that Araminta Ditch is not laughing at me.
One day, Araminta rose up out of her duffel bed, laughing as usual, with that insane laugh people would come to know her for. She laughed all the way down the back fort. She gurgled over the morning papers, continued Araminta on the bus to work. This perfect passages and conductor equally bad.
Why is that brute laughing all the time?
Including the boy passenger who travelled regular on that roof and had a right to know.
I bet nobody knows why I'm always laughing.
Said Araminta to herself, privately to herself.
I bet they would dearly love to know why I'm always laughing to myself, privately to myself. I bet some people would really like to know.
She was right, of course. Lots of people would. Araminta Ditch had a boyfriend who could never see the joke.
As long as she is happy.
He said he was a good man.
Pray tell me, Araminta, why is it that you laugh so readily? Yea, but I am sorely troubled sometimes when they laugh that causes such tribulation and embarrassment among my family and elders.
Araminta would laugh all the morning outbursts like this, even to the point of hysterics. Hee hee hee! She would scream as if possessed by the very devil himself.
Araminta Ditch will have to stop all this laughing. She will definitely have to start it. I will go crazy if she don't start it.
This was the large voice of her goodly neighbour, Mrs. Cramsby, who lived right next door and looked after the cats whilst Araminta was at work.
Takes a good deal of looking after these cats while she's at work, and that's nothing to laugh about.
The whole street are beginning to worry about Araminta's laughter. Why? Had she been laughing and living there for nigh around 30 years, continually laughing, hee-hee, and annoying them? They couldn't hold meter to see what could be done. After all, they'd live with her, hadn't they? It was them who would always keep hearing her inane laughter. At one such meeting, they decided to call in the help of Araminta's boyfriend, who was called Richard, sometimes Richard III, but that's another story.
Well, I don't know, dear friend,
said Richard, who hated them all. It was the second meeting. Obviously something had to be doing, and quickly. Araminta's face was spelling about the country. People from all walks of life began to regarding her with a certain insight left.
What can I do that would quell this mirth, what is gradually drawing me to drink? Have I not bespoken to her often, betting her to sea, threatening, cajoles, and asking? Please stop, Araminta. I am at the end of my leather. My cup, Kenneth Connor.
Richard say. The people of the street murmured in agreement. What could he do if he was freeing his vest?
We will ask the vicar,
said Mrs. Cramsby.
Surely he can exercise it out of her.
The people agreed.
The vicar can do it if anybody can.
The vicar smiled a funny little smile whilst the good people explained the trimmer. When they had finished speeching, he rose up grandly from his bath chair and said loud and clear,
What do you mean exactly?
The people sighed and slowly started to start again, telling them about the awful case of Araminta's laughing.
You mean she just keeps laughing for no apparent reason?
He said brightly. Yes, that's it exactly, vicar, said Richard. Morning, noon, and night, always laughing like a mad thing. The vicar looked up from his knitting and opened his mouth.
Something was to be done about that girl laughing all the time. She's not right. I really do not see how it is any conservative there is whether I laugh or men.
Sighed Araminta over a lengthy victim.
The people around here is that this we're gonna know how, I repeat, to laugh. Reverend, that's what I think, anyhow.
She was talking to the extremely Reverend Lionel Hughes. She had gone to see him in case he could help her in any small way. Considering he was always spouting off about helping people, she thought he'd give him a try, as it were.
What can I say, my dear? I mean, what can I say?
Araminta looked at the holy thing with disbelief.
What do you mean, what can I say? Don't ask me what to say. I came here to ask you for help, and you for the audacity to ask me what to say? Is that all you have to say?
She yellowed.
I know how you feel, Samantha. I had a cousin the exact same way. Couldn't see a thing with all his Glasgow.
Araminta stood up in a kind of suit. She picked up her mongrels and ran seriously out of the room.
No wonder he only gets 3 in on Sunday.
She exclaimed to a small group of well-wishers. A year or more passed, there was no change in Araminta's strange laughing. Hee! She went driving herself and everyone around her insane. There seemed no end to the problem. This went on for 80 years until Araminta died laughing. This did not help her neighbours much. They'd all died first, which was one of the many things that Araminta died laughing off.